Good morning and welcome to our webinar this morning, Embracing a Circular Economy. My name is Paula Wallace and I'm the Specification Manager for saveBOARD. Online also is Paul Charteris, CEO and founder of saveBOARD. Paul is online to answer any questions that you might have. If you can please channel these through the Q&A tab. You can also talk to us through chat with any feedback or comment, and feel free to share reactions. So let's get started with embracing a circular economy. So the agenda for today, principles and strategies of a circular economy, and then we will look at some actionable insights, designing and implementing circularity, followed by some practical examples in the form of some case studies. So what is a circular economy? I got this cool diagram from the Ellen MacArthur Foundation website. The two main cycles of a circular economy are the biological cycle, which is on the left, and the technical cycle, which is the one on the right. Now, building products fall under the technical cycle, and that's what we'll focus on today. The key principles of the technical cycle are for products and materials to be kept in circulation through processes such as reuse, repair, remanufacture, and recycle. Small loops are best, and this is where sharing, maintaining, and reusing are prioritised to maximise the value of the product, followed by remanufacture and recycle. So first up, we're going to look at examples of sharing, maintaining, and reusing. So sharing. New Zealand has one of the highest car ownerships in the world, and we only use our cars for roughly 5% of the time. So when they're not being used, they're clearly parked up, and that is taking up a really valuable resource, space. Cars in New Zealand also tend to be older, and older cars create more pollution. So by sharing, we are addressing two of these impacts. Maintaining. So Frankie is a software program that books in and records regular maintenance for plant, property, and equipment. This reduces breakdowns and maximizes the lifespan of the plant, property, and equipment, keeping it in circulation for longer through maintenance. Reusing. This is a really cool website for civil contractors. It's called Civil Share, and this is a platform not dissimilar to Marketplace where products can be bought, you can sell stuff, you can share stuff, hire. All of these initiatives are keeping products in circulation rather than it going into landfill. So those are examples of some sharing, maintaining, and reusing. Next, we're going to look at recycle and remanufacture. And this is where saveBOARD sits, in this area of the technical cycle. And I'll show you what that means for us. So remanufacture. Any offcuts of saveBOARD from site or waste that is created during our manufacturing process are remanufactured into new board. End-of-life product is also returned and remanufactured into new board. Recycle. We take product that is at end of life, namely composite cartons and soft plastic waste that is destined for landfill, and recycle this into saveBOARD products. This can also be considered upcycling because this waste has no value, whereas the finished saveBOARD product has value, so it's been upcycled. The reason remanufacture and recycle are on the outer edge of the technical cycle is because energy is being used to create new products, whereas sharing and maintaining and reusing products maximize the original energy by keeping that product in circulation and being able to use it again and again and again. So how can you create a circular economy? We're going to look at a few ideas and concepts and then look at some practical examples in the form of case studies. Designing out waste. So if you've got two products of equal performance, find out what the more sustainable product is. Where are the products made? What is it made from? How is it made? And where is it going to end up? So in brief, what is the carbon footprint of each product? Now you've put in the mahi to do the research and to work out what product is circular. Educate those that come after you to ensure that the products are kept in circulation as you planned. End-of-life solutions and instructions are especially important in short lifespan applications such as pop-ups, retail and hospitality. An idea to ensure circularity happens at end of life is to consider a materials passport. Hand over the building with contact details of material suppliers and really simple instructions of what needs to happen at deconstruction. List the product, list the location of the product, list the instructions and the contact details. So as an example, a saveBOARD listing in a materials passport might look like this. saveBOARD, exposed interior lining, location boardroom, can be recycled and remanufactured into new board at end of life. Send to 30 Sunshine Ave, contact Paula at saveboard.nz. Now, Circular Build is a business in Auckland that is working really hard on developing a digital platform to create a materials passport. If this is something that you're interested in, jump online onto LinkedIn, search them up, Circular Build, and follow them so that you will get the updates. So specifying out waste. Lots of suppliers are providing ways to recycle their own product waste. And waste recovery is now written up in the 3s on Master Spec. It's under execution. And I've just been working closely with Chris at Master Spec, who has done a great job of writing our 5119 section for interior linings. And he has said to me that they're seeing a lot more opportunities for waste recycling. So specifiers can include this in the execution, which then becomes a requirement of the specification to ensure that the waste management, waste diversion and recycling are implemented on site. So our next portion to this is sustainable procurement. Sustainable procurement, setting requirements and criteria that are compatible with the protection of the environment and society as a whole. It's a webinar in itself, so we're going to look at the real basics today. If you are in charge of the budget, you have the power, and I encourage you to use it, invest it wisely. So if we look at the basics, if you're spending the money, what is the effect of the goods that you are going to looking to buy? Are the goods locally made? Are they supporting a local or perhaps a minority community? What is the impact of the manufacturer process of those goods? What happens to it when you're finished with it? And then setting some criteria. You've got the dollars. You can stipulate the requirements by which you will trade. So, for example, you might set the requirement that all contractors that engage with you must have a waste management plan, or that if you're buying plant equipment, you will only buy equipment that comes with a maintenance program. Another example would be that you may insist that a certain percentage of materials that are being used on your project must be made from recycled product, or that they must be able to be recycled or reused or remanufactured. So that was a couple of ideas in theory, and now we're going to look at a circular economy in action. So this is Elevate Transportable Homes. Elevate uses Better Brace rigid air barrier, and they utilise our cut to length option to minimise their site waste. What offcuts they do generate comes back to us, along with all of their operational soft plastic, which is for them mainly the pallet wrap, the plastic that comes around the timber when it's delivered, and product packaging. So Elevate are a great example of creating a circular economy and also of sustainable procurement. So they used to use a 7mm ply-based rigid air barrier, and now that they're using Better Brace, they recycle approximately 1,000 kilos of waste on average for a 150-metre square home. The carbon saving is 268 kilos. So awesome job. Another great example of circularity is with all of the construction companies that work with us, and they recycle soft plastic waste from site to make hoardings. And the image here is an idea of the types of plastic that we can take off a site. So a multi-use board, which is the product that is used for hoardings, diverts a total of 32 kilos of waste from landfill. And one of the businesses that work with us is LT McGuinness. And I thought, oh, I'll just do a quick recce of the jobs that I know are currently installed. What does that add up to? And that was 30,000 kilos of waste has been diverted from landfill across those projects. And at the end of life, all of those boards will be remanufactured and returned to us and remanufactured into new board. There are so many circular opportunities outside of construction as well. So if you think about your business and you think about wherever plywood or MDF might be being used, that could be replaced by saveBOARD products, a sustainable product. So we started a great conversation last week with a plant nursery. They came to us with two waste stream problems: the soft plastic in their business and the limited lifespan of the ply deck on their trolleys that they were using. So the puddling water on the ply surface was reducing the lifespan of the ply, and at the end of life of that product, it couldn't be recycled. So we can customize specifications. Actually, that's the topic of our next webinar, custom specifications. Anyhow, so in this instance, we suggested a board with increased plastic content. So the plastic will come from the nursery and will increase the water resistance of the board. The increased plastic also increases the density of the board. So this won't delaminate and it will last longer than the plywood. And of course, at end of life, that will come back to us and be remade into new boards to be replaced on the trolleys. So that is us for today. If you missed our previous webinars on Better Brace, rigid air barrier, and the very popular carbon, you can find these on our website under, funnily enough, webinars. If you scan the QR code there, that'll take you straight to that page. This webinar is recorded and that will also appear on this page in a few days' time. Our next webinar is all about the benefits of custom specifications. So we have the exclusive ability to customize specifications, thickness, density, length, a color, the feedstock that we use to make the board. And so we'll run through how this saves time, how it saves money, how it can reduce waste, and also how we can just customize those specifications in order to meet your requirements, your performance requirements. Also, for everyone that has registered today, we've had a lot of questions come through. So we're going to compile those. And when I send out the link for the recording, we will also include a summary of the questions and answers from today's webinar. So thank you very much. Thanks to all the people that have come to all of our webinars so far. We look forward to seeing you again next time for custom specifications. Thank you.